The numbers just came out, and as you may have seen in the media, the regulator talking about us hitting the 1 trillion mark. It's a milestone for the industry. However, we still have a long way in comparison to other financial sectors like banking. Yeah, but it's a good thing. It's always good to celebrate small achievements. From a relevance point of view, our claims are also growing. So last year we paid about 326, over 300 billion in claims. I think that should be the number that we focus largely on. I long for a day when government reduces its expenditure on disaster preparedness, and they instead look for insurance to take care of that. So a lot of policies have to be put in place where insurance is encouraged for uptake by all citizens, and instead of government releasing funds to take care of disasters, insurance companies come into play and pay the claims and make sure that people are restored and they are fit to move on with life. For the rest of the year, we struggled to get to our feet but remained resilient. Businesses struggled in some sectors, some other sectors didn't struggle that much, so that helped. Insurance, particularly life insurance, some of the customers suffered on getting their premiums up and running. People got job cuts. We also had a few issues with loans, non-performing loans going bad. The other thing that was very handy was the regulator coming on board to relax some of the regulations to ensure that customers who are not supposed to pay, who are not able to pay premium on time, would still be given cover with a payment plan. So that helped to keep the industry quite on that recovery path, because if it was that strict that everyone had to pay before they get cover, the results may not have been the same. The best thing about a scheme is it has to work and it has to be well thought through before it's put out. This scheme, the work for the National Insurance Scheme has been going on for the past 20 years, and a lot has been changing, mainly from a policy point of view, from a stakeholder point of view, but whatever it is that we have to look at from a technical angle is we have to update the cover we are giving people. By the time this happened, we didn't even have COVID-19 as a thing. And when I look at the provisions of this cover, some of these may not be fully clear or taken care of. So I believe with the numbers we have as a country, we can get this. The millennials now are ruling the workplace. There's a next generation coming up. So a lot of things have to change, and the number of things in that bill have to change. I think it was passed by Parliament, but the President hasn't signed it yet. A couple of things have to change. One of the phrases I hear commonly on people's lips is cross-subsidization. My fundamental difference with it is how it is implemented or understood. In understanding cross-subsidization, from an economic point of view, it means that the ones who have should
subsidize the others.
Yes, should make it easy for the others who don't, so that everyone has something basic. When it comes to health, that's not how it works. When it comes to health, it means that everyone contributes something, and the ones who are lucky not to fall sick, they don't claim, but the ones who fall sick claim more than what they have contributed. That's how it works in the insurance space. So sometimes one of the things that was the debates that was going on about how to implement the National Health Insurance Scheme was a format that was quite unfortunate. And I pray this doesn't pass in that format, where the contribution mode for the formal employees of the formal sector is different from the ones in the informal sector, where the person in the formal sector pays a percentage of salary, the one in the informal sector pays a fixed fee. That's not cross-subsidization. That is actually pay as you earn for the formal sector. When you're doing your modeling actuarially or statistically, you look at how much pool you need to put together to cover a certain set of costs. And the best thing to do is to come up with a uniform figure, because whoever came up with that concept may not have view of how much Ugandans are earning in total in terms of payroll. So my belief is, if that is corrected and the figure is set per person, let's say per head, where I say every citizen pays a certain amount per year, to make sure that this is done. There is more equity for people across the board without losing sight of cross-subsidization, because not everyone will be unfortunate or fall sick. So the scheme has to be government. It can't be privatized. So the use of the word insurance means that the scheme has to be within the insurance industry. We can have all other sectors contributing their different expertise. But we know we have a new law in Uganda. We repealed the old insurance law in 2017, got a new law, and anyone doing anything insurance, it has to be regulated by the Insurance Regulatory Authority. The unfortunate bit is the same parliament that passed that hasn't seen this to align to that particular provision of that act. And I think right now the bill is being put, it's meant to be run by, the scheme is meant to be run by Minister of Health. The closeness there is finance. So you have health, finance, then gender, and insurance as a sector, which is under finance, of course, is just having a seat on the board. So in terms of penetration, that's one way of increasing penetration.